Hey there, Mom. I found an odd amount of water pooled up on the ground underneath the laundry I hung out on the line before I left this morning. You went and poured buckets of water all over them, didn't you? Another thing, I made a big pot of beef stew to have for dinner tonight, but I can't seem to find the pot or the stew anywhere. I suppose this is your doing as well, yeah? Plus, it seems that someone has dumped the garbage from the garbage can all over the living room floor. Would you mind telling me exactly why you did all of that? You really want to know, Judy? You call yourself a housewife, yet feel entitled to completely abandon your responsibilities at home. You're supposed to be doing housework, not having luncheons with your friends. I did all the housework. I'm asking why you felt compelled to completely ruin all the housework that I did. You know, the laundry, cooking, and cleaning. As I just said, it's your fault for abandoning your responsibilities around the house. You left the house and it fell into ruin. You can't blame me for that. It wasn't a luncheon, and I wasn't gallivanting. I was going to take care of my mom in the hospital. I told you about this beforehand. I can't put all the burden of caring for her on my brother and his wife, so I'm going down to help out when I can to give them a break. Don't be ridiculous. Of course you can put it all on her. That's her job. She married into your family, didn't she? When you married into this family, you agreed to prioritize our needs over your old family's. That's what it means to be a wife. Your brother's wife made the same deal. And allow me to repeat myself, you're a housewife. What sort of housewife doesn't take care of the housework? You have a job to do here, and you'll do it or else. Allow me to repeat myself. I did do the housework. I did the laundry and hung it on the line. I made a big pot of beef stew for dinner. I cleaned the living room and vacuumed the floor. I did all of that. And then you came along and ruined everything I did. Do you have any evidence it was me? Yes. What? Did you forget? We have security cameras monitoring the house in every room. They've been there since before you moved in with us. You knew all about them. You mean you actually had those things turned on? Yeah. What good are security cameras if they're not on? That's an egregious invasion of my privacy. I'll be having a little talk with Jake about this. Go ahead. He's the one who told you about the security cameras, though, so I'm not sure how much good it'll do you. You'll get what's coming to you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get to work on redoing all the housework that I already did this morning, thanks to you. Also, I won't be able to have dinner ready in time, so I'm not sure where you are right now, but go ahead and get something for yourself on the way home. Unbelievable! Now you're slacking off on making dinner for us? I'm terribly sorry, but you and the friends you called over for lunch today ate all the beef stew that I was planning to have for dinner, so you'll just have to make do. You can't talk to me that way! Right now, that's the most civil language I can use with you. Impudent little girl, I am your mother-in-law! I'm done with this conversation. I want to get the housework done before midnight. Jake, your mother did it again today.
What?
She called her friends over for lunch today, and they ate up all the beef stew that I had made for dinner.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I saw it all on the security monitors. To add insult to injury, she even told her friends that she was the one who made it. She also dumped buckets of water all over the laundry that I had put out on the line to dry. And to top it all off, she dumped the garbage out all over the living room floor I had just vacuumed.
Unreal. She just moved in 3 days ago. I can't believe my mother would behave so childish.
On the first night, she threw the dinner I made away and said it was disgusting. Then yesterday, she told me I was folding the clothes wrong, so she threw them all out of the closet and made me fold them again. I know she's your mother, and I don't want to be disrespectful toward her, but I mean, this is all just too much, right?
I'm so sorry, Judy.
Well, it's nothing for you to be sorry about. The apartment she was living in by herself burned down in a freak accident, leaving her with nowhere to go on short notice. What else were we supposed to do? We couldn't just kick her out onto the curb.
For now, I'll just tell her that she needs to sign a new lease and move out as soon as possible. Her apartment was pretty standard. It won't be too hard to find one that's on the same level. Be okay with it, We can help her out with moving in her initial expenses to help her move out of the house even sooner.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. If I knew exactly when she'll be leaving, it could make dealing with her a bit easier.
Again, I'm really sorry to be putting you through this. Let me know if anything else happens, okay?
Thanks, Jake. I'll do that.
I'm getting in the car right now. Do you want me to pick you up something on my way home?
You know what? That sounds absolutely fantastic.
What are you in the mood for? I was thinking tacos.
I'm fine with whatever you want to have.
Gotcha. Okay, see you in a bit.
Drive careful, Jake. I love you. I don't believe you, Judy. Are you actually going out again? How shameless can you be? A housewife who constantly refuses to do housework and goes out into town every day? I'm more disappointed in you than I can describe. I can't take any more of this. You think you can live off my son's hard-earned money while contributing absolutely nothing to the family, but I won't allow that to continue. You and Jake are getting divorced. Mom, what is wrong with you? You put all of my things down by the curb? And my key doesn't work. Did you actually change the locks on me? I can't get into the house. Oh, you finally came crawling back home, did you? I hope you had fun during your night on the town. Just when I started to think you couldn't possibly become any worse of a parasite, you go out and party the night away until morning. My mom had a major surgery yesterday, and I was staying at my parents' house overnight. I told you all of this beforehand, so I won't let you pretend that you didn't know. And that's all besides the point. Why did you throw all of my things down on the curb? You had better have a very good explanation for this. It's all very simple, Judy. I'm kicking you out of this house. What? What makes you think you have the right to kick me out of my own home? Your home? What on earth are you talking about? This isn't your home. Not anymore. I have no need for a housewife who's never around the house. Get out and never come back. I won't allow you to mooch off my dear son for one more second. Take your things and leave, you worthless parasite. Starting today, this house belongs to me and my son. Is that so? Well then, starting next month, your rent will be $3,500 a month. What?
Mom.
Oh, there you are, Jay. That awful Judy has lost her mind. You'll never believe what she just told me. When I told her I was kicking her out of the house, she told me I'd have to pay rent. And do you know how much she said rent was? $3,500. Oh, where does she get off? You'll have to be careful of her after the divorce, Jake. She'll try and come after your money again, I'm sure of it. I bet that whole rent nonsense is just her attempt to keep up her pampered lifestyle without having to work for herself for once. I don't know how she even thinks she could charge me rent at all. Oh goodness, what did you ever see in that girl?
I don't know, Mom. Seems pretty straightforward to me. When someone lives in your house, they become your tenant and you become their landlord. That's how real estate works.
Wait, what?
The house title's in Judy's name, Mom.
It's Judy's? What do you mean?
You tried to kick Judy out of the house to live there without her just now, didn't you? Well, if you want the owner of the house to leave the house, seems pretty obvious that you'd have to pay her rent.
That's ridiculous. The house is yours, isn't it?
Nope, it's not. Legally, the house belongs to Judy.
But, that's impossible. She doesn't work. All she does is leech off of your hard-earned money. How could she afford to buy a house?
Actually, Judy isn't a housewife. Not a full-time one, anyway.
You're not making any sense.
She manages apartment buildings and parking lots.
She does? Oh, this is the first I've ever heard of this.
She doesn't talk about it much because back when she started, she actually had to cut off ties with a couple old friends who that just because she was the building owner, that she would rent to them for free or cheap. Tell you the truth, I didn't even know about it until after I proposed to her. With her rental income, we decided that only one of us would need to work. When we started trying to have kids, she quit the office job she had been doing and just kept up her real estate business.
But she's asking for $3,500 a month. Isn't that insane?
Given the area and the size of the house, I say that's fair market value, honestly.
But I'm her mother-in-law. She can't take money from me.
Yeah, the thing about that is yes, she absolutely can. She owns the house and gave you her terms. If you want to keep living there, pay her $3,500 a month. If you don't like it, there's only one thing for you to do. Move out.
Move out?
That was always the plan from the beginning, wasn't it? You said when you moved in that you'd only be living with us for as long as it took to get a new apartment.
Well, I was only saying that to be polite. I thought you'd be fine with me continuing to live here, well, permanently.
I did consider the possibility that things might turn out that way when you first moved in, yeah. But that all went out the window on the very first day when you started verbally abusing Judy before you even had your suitcases unpacked.
Verbal abuse? Oh, that's nonsense. I did no such thing.
If you really think you weren't being verbally abusive, all I can say is yikes. Judy wanted to stay out of it and let you find a new place at your own pace, out of respect for you as my mother and sympathy for your last place burning down. But now that you're trying to kick her out and take the house for your own, you've got to understand that anymore, there's not a snowball's chance in hell that you'll be able to keep living with us.
No, but, well then where am I supposed to go?
Figure it out yourself. You have a job, don't you? You have means. You're an adult. You're more than capable of finding and paying for your own apartment. Why are you so intent on living with us permanently?
Well, I sort of got fired.
You got fired? What the hell did you do, Mom?
I didn't do anything wrong. Not the way I see it, anyway. I mean, it's a big company, right? Oh, they had more than enough things like toilet paper, coffee, snacks. So I took some home with me from time to time.
Oh, no.
And then I started doing it more and more. They said if I paid the company back for the amount I took home with me, then they wouldn't press charges. And that ate through practically all of my savings.
You're lucky that's all they did to you. That's theft, Mom. It's a crime.
Really?
Yes, really. How could you not get that? I don't believe this. You treated Judy like she was a parasite when you were the one who was freeloading. Yep, there's no way I'm gonna let you live with us after this.
Oh, Jake, don't say that. How will I go on if I can't live here anymore? What am I supposed to do?
Find a job as a live-in maid or something, I don't know.
Jake!
Whatever you do from now on is no longer any concern of mine.
What are you saying?
I have a message from Judy for you. You can continue living in that house if you want, but I'm not budging on my terms. The price is $3,500 a month, no less. If you can't pay it, then I want you out of the house by the end of the month. End of story.
But, oh, you don't agree with her, do you?
Do I really need to ask? Yes, I am 100% on Judy's side in all of this, and I always will be.
Not you too, Jake.
If only you hadn't been so horrible to Judy, we might have at least helped set you up with a nice apartment somewhere nearby, or even allowed you to stay with us on a more semi-permanent basis. That's long gone now, though, and you have only yourself and your horrendous, evil behavior to blame.
Jake, wait!
I always knew you had a bit of a self-centered side to you, Mom, but I never thought you'd do a thing like this. I'll come by to pick up my things from that house after you moved out as soon as you possibly can. Don't feel like you have to wait until the end of the month either. The sooner you're out of our life, the better.
Jake's mother's inability to consider the possibility that she was in the wrong seems to have been a recurring theme for her. Even her husband, Jake's father, had been putting up with her for years, and when Jake moved out of the house several years ago, he decided that the time was right and divorced her. On the very last day of the month, my mother-in-law managed to find a job with employee housing and rushed to move all of her things out of the house. It seems that a $3,500 rent was just a little bit above her budget. Isn't that a shame? As for Jake and I, we decided to rent out that house for some additional income. We're now living in a comfortable little condo that's right at the halfway point between my parents' house and Jake's office. Jake still gets texts from his mom on occasion, but all she ever talks about is how much she hates her job. Sometimes I come close to feeling sorry for her, but when I think about her awful behavior and total lack of remorse, I remember that she's getting exactly what she deserves. We haven't blocked her number, but that's just so we can keep tabs on her. We have no intention to involve ourselves with her ever again.